All right, it is the oldest continuously running Chinese restaurant in the state, possibly in the country.
And it's right in our own backyard.
Ashley Williams is in Woodland getting the history of Chicago Cafe. Hi, Ash.
Hi, good morning. What an incredible story. And you just said it's actually a UC Davis research project that led us to this segment this morning. You just mentioned it, quite possibly one of the oldest continuously running Chinese restaurants in the United States. Here's a perfect prime example, guys, right here. This menu, 1940. Special dinner, 25 cents. Imagine that back in 1940. And just down here, February 4th of 1917. How about that? Soup, cream of chicken, dill pickle, head of lettuce, fried salmon. You have it. In this spot in Woodland, guys, there's history plastered everywhere around the walls. And then when you walk in and you meet the Fong family, the generations of family, or the family, I should say, that's been behind this restaurant for over 100 years. They greet you, they are kind, they are warm. But I just mentioned it was actually a UC Davis study that led us here. And I'm so excited because Jack Chin here, Jack, I'm actually gonna scoot over so I can sit closer to you. Okay. We have our coffee. Jack, you are a professor of law at UC Davis, and you are one of many people behind this project and this research. Tell me what got you here? How did you start researching this restaurant?
I just started coming here when I moved to UC Davis 12 years ago. Started coming to this restaurant. It's a cool restaurant with good food, and I thought I would pop in. And then I started doing some research about the history of Chinese restaurants in the United States, and it started to become, you know, a serious academic question because there were reports about various restaurants in other parts of the country that claimed to be the oldest continuously operating restaurant, Chinese restaurant in the United States. And I knew from the signs on the wall, from the silver dollar on the wall, from the menus, that this place has been around since 1903 or 1904. Wow. And that's older than the other places that claim to be the oldest in the United States.
I mean, even earlier, guys, because they opened at 9 o'clock in the morning, walked in, people were already having breakfast here. I want to show you just a couple of menus. And I said to you, Jack, I said, okay, I want you to pull out some menus for me. And you chose these three. Yeah. We have about a minute or so, but I want you to tell me about these three menus in terms of how old they are.
Well, this one is from the 30s or 40s. The first one that's mimeographed. They used to have a paper menu every day, and we have some of those, and we're getting them scanned for the record. And then at a certain point, the one in the middle you see, they started having a permanent menu with both the Chinese and American dishes, because since this place started, as far as we can tell, they've always served both American food and Chinese food. And the middle one is interesting because the phone number of this place at that time was 520. Just 520. Oh, right. It was a 3-digit phone number because not that many people had telephones.
Yeah.
And this is a contemporary menu. As you can see, it says that it's been open since 1903, and we've done what we can to verify that through the historical record.
Amazing. I mean, thank you so much for this research. And Tina, you mentioned it's right in our own backyard. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to actually introduce you to the Fong family. That's Paul. Paul just brought out to me, by the way, the special, which is actually one of the more popular items on the menu. His daughter, Amy, and then her daughter. So 3 generations here today, the Fong family. We're going to take you on a tour. There's some booths back there in the original refrigerator, guys, from 100 years ago. It's still back there. We're going to show you that refrigerator coming up in the next hour.
Okay, that's cool.
What is that special there?
I mean, what a research done. Well, we'll talk about that tea coming up in the next hour. You got to stand by.